So I saw Bridge of Spies on Friday, but it's still fresh in my mind, so I'm like, why not review it? Especially since it is worth reviewing. This follows the story of an insurance lawyer as he kind of deals with deciding upon helping this Russian spy, like defending him. Because it's one of those things where if he defends him, his family's going to be in trouble. But if he doesn't defend him, then he's probably going to go to the electric chair, which isn't good because this guy's morals are that he thinks everyone, even if they're guilty, deserves a fair trial. So it's interesting to see Tom Hanks play this character because Tom Hanks is naturally likable. But to see him in this role, it's excellent because it's as if he's playing a James Stewart-like character. Like if James Stewart was alive, he would play this character with ease. And Tom Hanks does that with ease. I think he has a chance to get nominated for an Oscar. But before I dive into these positives, I just want to say that if you don't like talkie films, which is what I call them, you're not going to like it. By talkie, I mean dialogue-driven. It may be an espionage/courtroom film, but you're not dealing with gun battles or like action scenes. You're dealing with a lot of dialogue thrown at you and a cinematography-based film at that. Because during all the dialogue scenes, the director's cinematography kind of like makes sure that it's long takes, but at the same time making the camera always move. And that's something that Spielberg has always mastered. Lincoln, one of the main assets of that film was the cinematography along with the acting. And this film achieves both, which I more than love. I also think that the dialogue written by the Coen brothers, surprisingly, was incredible. I gained a lot of information about this time period and all that was going on. And it was very interesting as a 2015 moviegoer to witness this because the 1950s was a very tough time period for America. So it was interesting for the director, Steven Spielberg, to paint this picture. But it's not just that. I really loved the message of this film. Like, without spoiling anything, Tom Hanks, his character, he's talking to this one guy, and the guy's like, I didn't do anything. And then Tom Hanks just looks at him, he's like, it doesn't matter what I think or what anyone thinks. What matters is what you think and what you know is right. And that's so true because morals are very important. And although not everyone has them, everyone knows in some regard that they are important. And I just love how this film kind of covered that because it hasn't really been covered too much as of late. So I really liked Bridge of Spies on that aspect. And as far as negatives go, I think that the pacing was a little slow. I know a lot of people have said the same about Lincoln, but I loved Lincoln. So if you thought Lincoln was slow, you might think this is slow as well. But either way, it's still a great film. And I do have to say that I think the subplot with the soldier, it just wasn't as interesting as all the other stuff that was going on in the film. But it's just a minor flaw. This is a great Steven Spielberg film. Not his best work, not in the like top 5 or even top 10, but it's still great. And if you do see it and you're my age, it will be interesting because I went to see this film with my mom, and if I didn't take my mom, I would have been the youngest one there because it was like the 60 and up crowd, much like Lincoln. So I always love these films, like going to them because it's like it just makes me feel so much more mature. And as my friends always say, I have the heart of a 50-year-old man, and this movie kind of proves that because I loved Bridge of Spies. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5-star rating, or for those that like a letter grade, and A-. Guys, this film is great, and it is one for the whole family to see. Although I do have to say that if you take a young kid to see it, odds are they're going to fall asleep, unfortunately. But give this film a shot, please, and you'll definitely be hearing about it come Oscar season. As always, thanks for watching, and if you haven't done already, hit the subscribe button. Thank you.